love that we come together collectively to heal that within ourselves, learn how to heal it, and take this information out into the world and get rid of this. We can overcome this emotional disorder, this behavioral way of protecting ourselves, and by diving deep on it. So we're going to talk about what it is, how it came to be, and how to heal it. Okay, so let's talk about some examples of experiences we have when we're children that cause us to feel disconnected to someone that we love. And in that disconnect, we create behavioral patterns to protect our heart space. These systems that we have in place are just different. Fears have different masks. Fears have masks of anxiety, depression, anger, insecurity. It comes across as many ways, but it is a protective mechanism. And my goal today is to help you understand that, to lessen the judgment and shame around it. We have to dismantle that. Every time we have an experience as a kid that causes us fear or pain, we put a concrete block in our foundation to create a fortress. And we keep adding to this fortress and putting more and more blocks in place till we have lots of walls. And we're in our nice little fortress, our castle of protection. The blocks are created by experiences as typically the research says 0 to 7. I've mentioned this before. The Jews knew this 400 years ago when they said, bring me a 7-year-old and I will show you the man. Right? Because everything they've learned between 0 and 7 is created behavioral protections in place to take them through life. Here's an example. There's a child and they're excited to share with their parents something they made, something new. Maybe they created a story, or they have a story to share, or they have a drawing or a messy art project. And they're super proud of it and they're open, and they run over to the parent and they show them what they made. And the parent at that time is feeling distracted or tired, right? And they respond with something like, not right now, Susie. I'm busy. I'll get back to you. And they brush that kid off. You can feel it already. Or the parent says, "Oh, be careful, you're making a mess." Or they even act in a more neutral response that feels dismissive to the child, like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's great." And they go right back to what they're doing. We as parents do this. Our parents did it to us. It's just part of the experience. But the child doesn't think, my parent is tired right now. They don't understand it. So what they think is, I did something wrong. And in that moment, they're experiencing disappointment from another. They're feeling disconnected. And their little nervous systems record it as, being myself isn't enough. When I'm myself, it leads to just being disconnected. And so the child in turn adapts to the feelings of disconnection by being quieter, being more careful, right? Johnny's just made a mess with the art project, and the mom is saying, "Oh, try not to be so messy." So now they're like, "Oh, they didn't like that. Ooh, I'm gonna be cleaner. I'm gonna be better." Or they try harder to please. They're gonna try harder to get that person's attention because they're not feeling that love. And sometimes it comes out as the kid waiting for more approval before acting. They can't move forward with confidence, so they're stuck, and they're always asking for reassurance just to take the next step. And all of these adaptations that they're implementing as children, these bricks that they're putting in place to create this fortress, it becomes anxiety later in life as they're adults. This is now called anxiety. And it can show up several ways as adults. One of them is the fear of disappointing others, disappointing their partners, disappointing their boss, their colleagues. Um, Losing a client, you might take that more personal. Having a divorce is major. And your children not liking you, or neighbors, you can see what I'm saying. It comes also, anxiety might show itself as overthinking before speaking. Being caught up in the loop of thinking and thinking and thinking something through is a form of anxiety before getting it out, just being clear, feeling confident, having clarity, because that fear is in place of not getting the reaction that you are seeking, which is always a connection of love. As an adult experiencing anxiety, may need more reassurance, constant reassurance that everything is okay. So anxiety, as an adult, it's going to pop up in different ways, but we need to keep in mind that it formed not because the child was weak, but because they're trying to stay connected. Another example that I am guilty of, probably guilty of all of these things, but I'm not judging myself. Don't judge yourself when you hear this. It's so easy to do it because we all did it. 40%, okay? A child comes home with a test or a report card, and they did well on it. It wasn't perfect, but they did well on it. Maybe they came with a B instead of an A, right? And they show it to the parent or guardian, and the guardian responds, and they're subtle with their response. And they say something like, "Oh, what happened here?" Right? "Oh, Or, "I know you can do better, honey. I know you can do better. Work harder. You can do better at this." Or maybe they just sigh or raise an eyebrow. "Oh, okay. And they're trying to be better, but they've already expressed it, with their body language. They're not yelling. They're just showing disappointment. And the child feels it immediately, and their little nervous system learns love and approval are conditional, right? They don't feel unsafe physically, but something emotionally has shifted in them. So now the child adapts to this response, and you can think of what are the things? They're going to try harder. They're going to be overachievers. We all know those kids and those parents. Or they become hyper aware of mistakes they make. They're so sensitive to making mistakes. So, gosh, can you imagine? You're just obsessive and nervous and anxious about moving forward. You think of the kids that play soccer. They're in sports, and the parents or the coaches are telling them, this is what we practice. You got to run faster. You got to get that ball down. You got to get it in there. You're better than that guy. You can do better. Come on, you're better than this. This is what we tried for. And all of these experience that kid is failing makes the child equate self-worth to results. And then later in life, it shows up, anxiety in the adult, as fear of failure, perfectionism, avoiding risks. And one that I thought of that kind of surprised me was procrastination. Because you think of procrastination as being lazy, but it's actually a form of anxiety, because think about it, It's easier to not try at all than try and fail. So it's another way of being stuck, right? So you think of all of these events. It's not one event. It's not one brick in the castle, in the fortress. It's lots of them making this wall. It's not the exact event that make it. It's what the child took from it, what they made from it, the meaning that they got from all of this. And the meaning is, if I disappoint, I could lose love. So let's talk about, we understand now, right? We understand how it happens, and it's with love. Parents, we're parents. Our parents are parents, and this is just educating us to be more love. And this is part of the human journey, to have these experiences, to have fears, to heal them. And anxiety is going to keep popping up as an opportunity to heal it. It is not to hurt you. It is not to put people and situations and partners and bosses in our lives to make us feel nervous ninnies and have anxiety. It is to allow us to figure out what is within us and to heal it. Anxiety is not who we are. It's a part of us that was created to protect us. It's doing its job. So how do we heal a part? This part. I think that it's really important to bring compassion to that younger part. And when by understanding how anxiety forms, we naturally are softening the shame. This is going to allow healing to start by softening, understanding that anxiety is not a flaw, it's not a weakness, it is a protective strategy learned early. We need to let our nervous systems understand it's not under attack, and then it has the ability to start to soften. So one of the best ways to do this, to start I shouldn't say best, a way to do this is to create space between your consciousness and the part of you that is feeling stress. When you create space, so here's consciousness, oh, I'm starting to feel stress. You have already separated yourself from that stress by becoming the observer. The space in between is the awareness. So you have stress, you become aware of it. That's now you're becoming the observer to a part, and you say, I am not anxious. I am experiencing anxiety. That immediately separates and gives yourself some space. This awareness starts the healing process. When you do this, you're building safety in the present moment. Thank you, Eckhart Tolle. So I also recommend grounding. So the minute you feel anxious, your mind starts going, your heart rate speeds up, you become conscious. I'm not anxious. I'm experiencing anxiety. It's a part. Feel your feet on the floor. Slow your breath and name what is safe right now. You can say something like, nothing is wrong in this moment. We need to remember the nervous system needs repetition, not logic, to learn how to be safe. So when you ground yourself and you say that, right now I'm fine, I'm okay. Say, I'm okay. Everything is okay. Your subconscious is being emotionally charged right now because you're having a reactiveness. You're in anxiety. You're feeling anxious, right? Your subconscious is highly suggestible right now. This is why you need to practice becoming conscious, separate, ground, become aware, and start the new programming. It takes repetitiveness. I'm okay. Keep in mind, we need to meet it with compassion. Most people try to get rid of anxiety, but all that's really doing is reinforcing it. That is another sign of fear, is trying to force it down or, insist that it stops. We got to be compassionate. So you can meet it. You can put your hand on your body and feel where it's at and say inwardly, I see you. You're not in trouble. Also, when you become an observer and you've created this space to this part of you that's shown up, you can ask a question. You can actually go and inquire by inviting curiosity of why this part showed up. And keep in mind, you do not have to relive the trauma. You're not doing that. You're asking gently, what did this part of me learn back then? What caused this? And pause with love. You're talking to your inner child. And some beliefs might pop up, such as, I disappoint people. Or I'm not safe if I make mistakes. I must stay small to belong or feel accepted. Once you have some understanding to the cause, that belief system, that belief loses its power in the subconscious because now it's conscious. Does that make sense? When you're experiencing, the subconscious is showing you what its programming is. You are grounding, you're breathing, you are saying it is a part. I'm not anxious, I'm experiencing anxiety. You talk to that inner child. I see you, you're not in trouble. Thank you for protecting me. And then you go into a place of that gentle inquiry. It pops up. These belief systems pop up. This is dismantling them. Gentle repetition. There are also some things that you could do in your active life when you're experiencing anxiety, or before you even begin to experience anxiety. You could let some material things go. Like, say you have closets full of books and you've been collecting books. These books are I've been through this, so I can personally express the love that I have for books. And I have them and I hold on to them. And yeah, Suzanne looks behind her at all of her books. And we hold on to them because they are our friends. They bring us love. We connect to them. They make us feel safe. And so when you give them away, there's some trepidation there and you don't want to do it, but you could do it and see what happens. You could also say no once. We're talking baby steps. Say no once. Another thing is allowing someone else to lead. Delegate. Find things to allow other people to do so that you can move into a place of trust and allowing. Yes, we think of that as control. It is control. Control is an armor to anxiety. It's different, but it is an armor to anxiety. You could do something imperfectly and just let it be. When you do any of these four things, then pause and notice. I survived. This is how the body, not the mind, learns trust. And you can say, I survived, and I've survived before, and I'm going to survive again. Allowing somebody else to take the lead, to let them do their thing, and being okay with the outcome and just being patient. That's a whole nother thing. That's me, ding, 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 impatience. Let's go ahead and move into a space of meditation. Okay. So let's take a moment and feel supported in our chair. Close your eyes if that feels good. Let your hands rest easily. Allow your shoulders to drop. Unclench your jaw. Unhook your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. Again, inhale deeply, gently, and exhale. One more time, inhale deeply and sigh it all out. Bring awareness to your feet. Feel their connection to the ground beneath you. Notice the support holding you effortlessly. Let that sense of support travel up through your legs, into your hips, your belly, your chest. You don't need to hold yourself together. You are being held. Now gently bring your awareness to any place in your body where you feel tension, tightness, or unease. There is no need to change it, no need to fix it. Simply notice. If anxiety is present, silently say to yourself, I see you. Remember, this feeling is not who you are. It is a part of you, a part that learned to protect you. Thank it for trying to keep you safe. Anxiety often lives in the future, in the what ifs, in the unknown. For this moment, gently invite your attention back to now, right here, in this breath. You are safe. Repeat silently, in this moment, I am okay. Let those words settle into your body. Now imagine a structure around you, a fortress you've built over time. Notice its walls, its shields, its protective layers. There's no judgment here. This fortress was built with love and intention. Take a moment to thank it. And now, notice one small brick, just one. You are not tearing down the whole wall, just gently removing one brick. As you lift it away, notice how your body feels. Breathe. With that one brick removed, imagine a soft light entering through the opening. This light is trust. It is love. It is support. You don't need to understand it. You don't need to control it. Just let it in. Repeat silently, I allow trust to enter. Feel the warmth of this light spreading gently through your chest, your belly, your arms, your legs. Now place a hand on your heart if that feels good. Feel the steady rhythm beneath your palm. Silently say, I am supported by life. I am learning to trust. I do not have to know what comes next. Each breath softens the body. Each breath loosens another brick. You can now rest your hand back on your lap. Imagine yourself moving through life with more ease, more openness, more curiosity. Still grounded, still discerning, but no longer barricaded. Notice how that feels. Take a moment to rest in this spaciousness. Begin to bring your awareness back into the room. Feel the surface beneath you. Notice the sounds around you. Carry this sense of trust with you. One breath, one moment, one brick at a time. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes.